Hello. Hello. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum bum bum. Nearly ready, nearly ready. Just clicking on a lot of stuff. Clicking here, clicking there. Bum 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 bum. Okay, this is done. This is done. The little guys. Yes, I have to start that. Okay. The webcam is up. Okay. The chat is up. Okay, we are good. We are good to go. Hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, everyone. So today we are working on quest again. Why we are working on quest? Because there are two pieces, two items that have been added to the game. One was the fishing baits book, and it needed a quest. And the second one is the compass. The compass is an item that is in game since very long time, and basically we never have had a quest for it, right? But it needs to be part of a quest, right? And someone submitted an example quest, but unfortunately I didn't like it, so I'm just going to redo it. Hello, Yoko. Hi. Hello, Hula. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. So, I wrote down some ideas, right, on different NPC and what actually the quest may entail, right? But we need to write it down. So I may use your help. You know, if you have ideas or dialogues or whatever. The compass drops in the dungeon chest. Yes, it is dropping there exactly for the reason that we don't have a quest. But now that it's becoming a quest, I will remove it from there, right? Let's say that adding it to the dungeon was a way to allow people to get it, maybe also through other players, right? Maybe you get two compass and you give one or sell one to someone else, right? So that will be removed as soon as we have this quest. Now, to write a quest, I was you know, we have this mind map thingy that we are not using since very long time, but I think it's a very nice piece of software. It's pretty old, right? The original version I think was around 2000, yeah, around year 2000, and the last version actually is 2013, so is 10 plus years old, but it's always been pretty good. I mean, it's simple, right? But it does everything you need. It's is basically a mind map with the ability also to have links between objects, right? And I don't know exactly if you can. This was just an example for me to understand. How do you remove the hyperlink though? Remove node, edit long node, child node, sibling, previous node, toggle folder, icon, export format. Because in theory you add the graphical link like this, but I don't know how to remove it. Can you click it? Maybe you can click it. No, I don't want to remove the node. Well, I mean, we can remove the node, but it's a bit of a pity though. Edit attributes, because you can add this kind of links, right? You can add this kind of links like this. You can say insert graphical link, right? And it is creating this connection. But then I don't know if I can delete the connection, right? Oh, I can move it. Oh, wow, that's cool. I can move it. Didn't know that. Can I delete it? Now, deleting it is not very simple for me. No. I try to press delete, but it does not. Right click was just the simplest way. Just right click on it. Oh, you can also change the direction. Oh, wow. Okay, nice. So I think we will use this, right? We will use this mind map to just create the structure of the quest, right? Create the structure of the quest. And so at the moment, my ideas are the following, right? That and sorry, there will be spoilers, right, in this. So if you want to do the quest later on, maybe it's better if you don't listen to the stream, because you will have basically all the solutions and all the quests, you know. But you know, if you want to contribute and help me to create it, you can stay. And yeah, but there will be spoilers for sure, right? So I want the quest to start actually with Burdes. The reason is that I want to start with Burdes is because she's part of the Essential Trail, right? And the Essential Trail is a faction dedicated to all the raw materials, right? All the raw materials. And fishing, how do I go? Wait. Oh, fuck. You want to use formatting like bold or italic? Well, I just wanted to go like this, right? Okay, nice. And also because you just finished another quest, which is the fishing quest. So this will be a prerequisite. The fishing quest will be a prerequisite to this one, right? Then after this, right, we want to add a child, and she will send you to Fallen, right? I don't know if I want to also type the text in here, but maybe we will also type the text, right? So she will send you to Fallen, and Fallen will give you another, let's say, reinforcement of the idea that to be to be an explorer, right? To be part of the essential trail, if you want to be an explorer, you have to explore the world, right? So special material found by magic. So I think it will make it public, right? It will make it public that so it will say that essential trail requires knowledge of the land, right? Knowledge of the land and knowledge of the land and exploration, right? So it will say that. I don't know why this thing is just going straight and it's not going. It's not trade format. Okay. Fork or bubble? What is fork? Fork or bubble? How's this? I don't know. Well, anyway, makes a little difference. So it will say that yeah, the essential trait requires knowledge, and she will say that you need to. I mean, if you want to continue, right? If you want to continue with the essential trail, yeah, maybe let's do that. So if you want to continue with the essential trail, let's call it just ET, otherwise I have to type it a million times, right? Basically she will tell you that, right? So if you want to do it, go to Fallen. Now Fallen will tell you this, and it will speak to you about the compass. So it will tell you about the compass. So it will explain you the compass, and while explaining the compass, it will tell you that it's basically made of 3 pieces, right? Made of 3 pieces, right? So this is what he will say. Who makes the compass might be a way to make people go to the observatory, or you have in mind? Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I had the observatory in mind, and I will give you the basics of the quest, and then we can work on it. But yes, so made of 3 pieces, right? Yeah, exactly, the observatory. So 1 piece is actually the magnetic stone. I don't know if I want to call it magnetic or I just want to call it magical, right? Or a special, you know, a special stone that kind of that aligns with the directions, right? With the navigation, with the direction. Anyway, so 1 is a special stone, and actually he has the special stone, right? So he has it. The second is glass, right? Is glass needed to seal the let's say the stone, right? You need to seal the stone. And the third piece is actually golden foils, right? Golden foils required to, I don't know what they are required to, but we have to invent it. But the point is that they may be required to I don't know, keep the stone or keep the magic contained, or keep the magnetism contained. I don't know, to keep the direction clean, or to increase the quality, or to focus, to concentrate, let's say, to concentrate the the energy of the stone, right? Something like that. To concentrate the energy, to focus or concentrate. Do you say concentrate in English? To focus the energy of the stone, right? To focus the energy of the stone, right? So he will tell you this, and he will also tell you that he already has the, so he can give you the stone, maybe, I don't know, but my idea was that he has the stone. So I would say that Fallen finds that material rarely, right? Rarely in mining, right? In mining. Now the question could be, why then player don't find it? Well, player don't find it because we don't really have it. Really mining, but it would be eager to provide to you if, and I don't know if what, right? So we need to find a way it would be nice if with shift enter I could go just, you know, in the other line, but it seems he's not doing it. Maybe it requires the left shift. Let me try. But to do, what happened? To do the left shift, I have to do a bit of a complex movement. No, okay. Yeah, because I have only one hand. I think the only way is to do. How did we edit the node in special style? Oh my god! But anyway, for I mean, I think that if it's 2 lines is easier, but it's fine. I think I did it here. I think there is a way. Okay, so Fallen finds the material ready in mining, but he will get to provide a few whatever, right? Now the glass, right? My idea about the glass is that the glass actually can be found, can be obtained in the observatory, right? And he will tell you, by the way, he will tell you where to find the stuff, otherwise it is too complex, I guess, right? And actually in the observatory we have one character, which is Ritva, I think is the name. Ritva, which is actually an optical engineer, right? So she presents herself as a maintainer of the telescope and optical engineer. So she knows how to make lens and how to make glass and things like that, right? So I guess that she is maintaining it. So right, from this Ritva person. So can be obtained for Ritva, and okay, this is how you do it. Because she's an optical engineer. Anyway, we will think about it. Okay, we'll think about it. How did I do that? I did Alt Enter. Yeah, I did Alt Enter actually. Okay, so at least this is 2 lines now. Okay, I think it's better. Now there was a long node in the menu. Edit long node. Edit long node is this. Okay, thank you. Interact with constellations. At least there was what you call the symbols. Yeah, the symbols are the constellation, are the zodiacs, right? So if you go, if you create a new character, maybe sometime you don't create one, but all those symbols are the symbols of the constellations, right? that you don't see, but if you look inside the telescope, in theory, you see. And one day maybe they will project on the land through the crystal. That would be very cool, but I don't know exactly how to do it. But yeah, the idea would be that at night, you know, the crystal is projecting some of the constellations on the ground. Yeah. But anyway, can be obtained in the observatory from Ritva, right? And I think it will tell you this. Now, the golden foils, I was thinking a bit of a weird one, right? I was thinking a bit of a weird one. So what he will tell you is convinced, right? Is convinced you can obtain it in Idler, right? But he doesn't really know. But he doesn't really know from who, right? But he doesn't. But at least he's restricting your research, right? Your search, because he's saying, okay, he's in Idler somewhere, right? Doesn't know from who. So I think that the player very simply will say, well, if I need gold, right? If I need gold, the first person where I go to is Arnquist, right? Just because he's a blacksmith, maybe he's having gold ingots or whatever, right? So I think that here we will have a number of NPC that will actually answer to the question, I need some gold foils, right? And Arnquist probably will be one of them, but he will basically say no, right? So it's saying, I mean, I'm not gonna give you an ingot of gold, right? Because it's costing too much money. And anyway, I don't have any machine to cut it that way, you know, to have some foils. And I don't know, we have to, but my idea was that Arquist would probably say no. Then we have two other guys, which actually are the treasurers of the city, right? And they are guys that we don't use much. So actually there are two of them. There is this Warrem and Willam, right? And they are both kind of treasurers. So I think we can use them somehow. I cannot swap between these two things. So Willam will also say no, but he definitely managed gold because in the treasury, right? And I think Warrem is Warrem or Warren? Warrem. With the O. Warrem. He will say no, but he will tell you something, right? So we can use these guys to actually will actually tell you something. Then my weird idea, right? My weird idea, I know it's a bit of a weird idea, but I have it because these are characters that basically have no quest on them, right? Have no quest. So we have and maybe we need someone, maybe even Arnquist, right? That is giving you a hint, because otherwise it will be too hard to find, right? But my idea is that Roya and Saria, one is a street performer, and also Servim, right, is a street performer, and Saria is an hairdresser. So we have these two performers, artists and performers, right? And the idea would be that Roya and Servim, I mean both of them, are telling you that they are actually in need of golden foils as well for a very majestic or very ornate costume that they have to build, right? They also need golden foils for a very, oh my god, I cannot type, for a very expensive and well, more than expensive, like visually rich, right? Exactly, for a very visually rich, let me remove expensive, for a very visual. Can I freaking go to this mode and just yeah, remember my decision? Yes. Royan telling you that he also need golden font for a very visually rich costume, right? Costume to be used in a show, right? Which is getting organized. Getting organized for Iragdun, for the Vigesimi, no, for the Octarch, sorry, for the Octarch birthday or whatever. I don't know. Let's say birthday for now, but I don't know if it can be anything. It can be, you know, can be a show, a very weird, very you know, rich and yeah, extravagant show that they want to organize for a Ragdoon birthday, which actually has been ordered by him, right? Has been ordered by. I mean, it can be ordered by him or it can be ordered by his wife. I don't know if this guy has a wife actually, or a child or whatever, but I don't know. I don't remember. But basically, this is what you learn. Now so these two are street performers, right? These guys are street. Well, one is a street performer, the other is just an artist. Let's call them artists, right? One is singing, the other is doing whatever, is playing. Or... Now, there are other people that we can involve, which actually we never involved too much in other quests. Actually, maybe just a few, but which are the two guards that are just standing in front of the Iragdun residence, right? These two guys, Tabane and Trankin, right? So these are the Tabane and Trankin. So these two are guards. These are guards in front of Iragdun residence, right? So I think they may know about the show, or anyway, maybe they know something. I don't know yet what, right? But they may know something about the show, or yeah, so this we have to think. But I think that these are the people I would like to involve, right? In the quest. Was there anyone else? Saria the hairdresser. Yes, because there is another one, which is Saria. She's the hairdresser. That needs to use, right? Needs to use golden foils in the hair. How do you call it when you? I don't know. We can call it the wig. In the wig of, I don't know, of Roya. Roya, I think, is a girl, right? And in the dress, right? And in the dress. So basically, he has to build this weird costume, right? Which involves golden foils in the haircut and golden foils in the dress, and so he's making it kind of a right. But I think that the idea is that this basically fails for whatever reason. So that, I don't know, they buy the golden foils, but then, I don't know, they don't stay in place, they don't work, something happens, and so basically they have to trash them, right? And the player can retrieve them that way. But I think that the player will have to convince someone that that costume is just a shit, right? So... I don't know, this was my idea. So the player somehow, I don't know how, but somehow convince them the dress is bad, or anyway is bad and must be made differently, right? It must be made differently. Now I think I would like to have two possibilities. Maybe the one is that the player is just stealing them. I mean, just stealing the gold foils, and so they cannot make the dress, and they get super upset because they cannot find the dress, and the player will have to find a substitute, right? Or that the player is switching the golden foils with something that is way more cheap, right? But maybe kind of works. That is like a simple material. I don't know what, but it can just be normal textile, right? Or whatever. So that I don't know. I don't know. We have to think about it, right? Or player steals the foils, or player suggests another material for whatever reason, or swaps it. I don't know. We have to think about this. Or so these are a bit the idea that I had, right? I don't know what you think about it, but yeah, but basically we need to develop, right? We need to develop the why. So the open points is why this guy what happens? Now if I click it, is automatically okay. The question is why he should give it to you. He should give the stone to you. Oh my god, all uppercase. Why he gives you the material, right? So that's the first question. Why he gives you the material? So this is a problem. How can I make this another color? Not color red. Yeah. Why gives you the material? Here we need to understand also why she so I think that here the glass idea, right? The glass idea is that yeah, she's making glasses. Wait, I'm messing up here. I'm messing up. New child. So she makes lens and glasses, right? So actually, and she may also be maybe people are already asking her about the glasses for the compass. I think it's not maybe the first time, right? I mean, maybe other people asked the same to make other compasses. So she may be aware of that, right? So she may be aware of the compass, and she may also be interested as a scientist, right? She may be interested as a scientist to the compass itself, right? Yeah. So what we have to understand, what we have to define is why she provides you the glass, right? Right. Why she gives you the glass, and if there is a mini quest, right? Other mini quest here, like we have it here in the golden foils, right? How to obtain it, right? Why and how? I think this thing is not very easy to maneuver to edit, right? And yes, and all these ones are basically also the other Y, right? So we need to understand to understand the Y. Then when you have obtained the 3, let's just go a bit further, right? So when you obtained the 3 pieces, I think you can go back. We helped the fallen with the jade in remembrance of lore quest. I would like this quest to be very early in the chain, very early, like the second one, because I think you need the compass anyway. So let me see that one. Where is it? Remembrance. I mean, it's not too deep, but to arrive there, you have to do 2 quests with Arnquist before. And then Remembrance of Love. So it's basically the 3rd quest after 2 that you do with Arnquist, right? Where is this quest bringing you? Because if it's bringing you too far, yeah, but this is a good suggestion. But I want to understand if this quest is bringing you too far, right? Because if it's bringing you too far, so the people involved are Erwin. There is also Trasok, so you have to go to Ojavela for this. I mean, it's not far, but Grok. It's not. I mean, it's not too bad, I would say. I mean, we could move this one into the chain, but this means that I can remove it, right? I can remove it from. Does it require you to be a miner, though? I think it's not a bad idea. But basically this means that, so, because in the sequence of quests, right, we have, so it is the beginning of the essential trail, right? And in the sequence of quest, we have the fishing thingy. So the first quest, right? The first quest is starting here, and is the fishing quest, right? For the essential trail, and she's Burdes is asking you to go to Delver, right? And basically you go to Delver and then you come back, right? So it's but it's already kind of a trip, right? Then this then the one that we are discussing now, right? He asks you to go to the observatory, which is also not very close, right? and then to come back. And I was expecting, and the rest is inside Idla, right? So I would say that this is another road that you do. Now, if we add in between, this one, the Remembrance of Love, which actually seems to be fairly standalone. Let me see a few things. I'm on the other screen a second. There is also Grok on no, I mean, it's very sparse. This one is very, very, very sparse. The one that you are saying, unfortunately, ask you to go Ojaveda. Ask you to go Ojaveda and back. Ask you to go BD Road 1. Well, BD Road 1 is before Delver, so actually it's a shorter road. It's probably until here, right? I cannot freaking use the mouse with the left on small things. It's so annoying, bro. Okay, GG. I cannot do an arrow with the left hand. Shit. Okay, that's an arrow. And then he also asks you to go to Eldritch. And Eldritch is, where the hell is he? So I think it's a bit too big. I mean, it's a bit too... I mean, it can be the next one, right? It can be the next one. So when you have the compass, he may tell you, oh, now that you have the compass, you know, use it to go in all these different places. And I think it becomes more reasonable. Let me see. He's in Jayos. Eldritch is in Jayos. So yeah, he's in. I mean, it's not bad, right? It's not bad. It's not bad. We could also have it, but I mean, if you're a new player, you're already moving, you know, across cities so much. Putting it as a prerequisite to the compass, I think is a bit evil. And this guy is like in the middle of nowhere, right? So finding this guy, it's not very easy, right? So okay. Fuck. Please. Move. Okay. No, I think it's too complex. Someone put the campfires here to simplify the search of this guy, I guess. I think it was a good idea. Remember that when you have your fishing rod equipped, you cannot select stuff. Because here we are... the road is here. No, the road is farther than here. GG. I mean, it's kind of... there are signs, but... there are signs, right? Someone decided to put this and make it simpler. Which is okay with me. I didn't do that, someone else did. But here we are a bit in the middle of nowhere, actually. mean, you have to go through that, find this junction, go to right in the junction. I think that one can be the next quest. So after you do this one. Which is actually Essential Trail, right? Which I like, so it can be the continuation of this quest chain, right? But I would like the compass to arrive fairly early, right? Because I think it's a needed instrument. Let me just check one thing. Remembrance of Love. It doesn't have any other connection. So it's basically a dead path, right? So it ends there. There are no subsequent quests. So we can actually move it. And have fallen, and have fallen ask you something after you helped him in the first quest. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, that was a good idea anyway. It made me think to a few things. So after we finish these 3 pieces, right? After we have the 3 pieces, now the question is, who is putting together the 3 pieces? Do we want get her something special from Idla because she can't leave the observatory because she's waiting for some event? Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. So she can also speak about the event, maybe. I don't know what is the event. She may speak about the constellations, right? I mean, we can add a bit of a background information. I think it's good. I think it's good. I will use that. I think she's waiting the something special. We have to decide what is it, right? I mean, it can be from Idla, can also be from the observatory. No, because she would do it. Yeah, can be from Idla. Yeah, because she can leave the observatory. Because she's waiting. Yeah, she's waiting a special event. Now, what is can be the special event? Can be a constellation, but in theory the constellation never move, right? Do constellation move? Yeah, they move. They move continuously as we rotate. Yeah, they move continuously as we rotate. How do constellation travel? Oh my god. I wanted to have a simpler answer, but why do we see different constellations during the year? If observed through the year, the constellations shift gradually to the west. This is caused by Earth's orbit around the sun. Exactly. In the summer, if you look, exactly. Okay, perfect. Okay, so if the planet rotates, and the planets where you are, guys, rotates as well, and the crystal is not exactly at the North Pole, which I assume is not, right? And the crystal, because you know how this thing is, right? So that is the planet. It is the planet, right? Can make it brown. And obviously the planet has its own deepness, right? And then the stalactite is like here, right? Whatever. Okay, so that's the stalactite, and the planet is hollow, right? Here is hollow. So there is land. Well, this land. It is like rocks, whatever. The surface of the planet. The surface of the planet, right? The stalactite is all. So the crystal is actually a slice of this, right? So it's actually exposed to the surface. That's why you see the light, and that's why you see the day and night cycle, right? Otherwise you would not see it. So now it's not that big, obviously. Maybe I exaggerated a bit here, but the crystal is just a slice, right? Like let's say like this, right? Let's say like this. So the crystal is taking the light from outside, right? Coming from here, and is reflecting it inside the crystal, right? In many different ways, and then he's spreading that light inside. So when outside is night also in Iliacum, and when outside is day also in Iliacum, right? And this light of and the material of the crystal is so pure that can actually reflect the constellations, right? And so with a telescope you can actually look through the crystal and basically see outside. So so with a telescope you can see outside. You can also see the surface here of the stalactite if you want, right? Because you can point it just to the rock, but if you point it inside a crystal with a specific lens that maybe is like lowering the insane brightness, right? Because it is insanely bright. In Western storytelling, the constellation were crystal on the top of the dome. No, that unfortunately needs to change. I'm sorry, but no. I mean, I don't know, someone may say that, right? Maybe someone say that, but it's not correct scientifically. There was before the observatorium. I mean, some people in Idla may think that it's like that, right? So maybe some people, I don't know, you ask to Arnquist, where are the constellations? They will say, well, I don't know, we are inside a cave, so probably they are crystals on top of, I mean, yeah, on the roof of the cave. Yeah, he may say that. Maybe Arnquist may say that. But if you ask to the observatory people, they know exactly this whole story, right? And so we can convey this story through this girl, right? Maybe not all of it, but we can convey some of this story. So we add a bit of a background information, and yeah. So why I was saying this? Yes, because we said that we in the past we could go over the mountain. Now it's more complex to get to Grok, but you need to go over the mountain. Yeah. I don't know. We can move Grok maybe. I think we need to revisit some of the old quests and just change them or improve them or make them more easy, because some of the quests are very, very hard, I think. I mean, mainly the ones that are early in the quest chains should be a bit easier, right? So the initial quests should all be around Idla and not really asking the player to go too far. I think that already going Idla or Javera is kind of a long trip, right? That a new player may be completely lost, right? There is a lot of land, so I mean, or we bring him through Pterosaur, right? So that you just fly there and he gets teleported, then fine. Someone is paying for the trip, then okay. But if it's a new player, which would be cool, I think, anyway, to have like a free trip, right? One time going forward and backward. But I think some quests are probably giving you travel tokens, right? If I remember. But anyway, so So she's waiting for an event. So what event? What event? I mean, how long? I mean, how much time it takes to see the same constellation twice? A whole year needs to go through. This I think I need to ask ChatGPT because it's too long to read. Can I speak? Can you tell me how much time?
Sure. How much time do you need to know about?
No, wait. I would just. Can you tell me how much time is needed for me to see the same constellation twice?
Got it. It depends on the constellation and your location. Typically, it takes about a year for constellations to return to the same position in the night sky due to Earth's orbit around the sun.
Okay, considering another planet which is smaller than Earth, let's say half of it, do you think it will still be a year or what?
It would likely be shorter, but the exact duration depends on the planet's orbital speed and the rotation period. If the planet is smaller and has a shorter year, you'd see the same constellations more frequently.
Nice. Okay. Now, I never really decided how big is the planet, right? I think. Did we ever decide how big is the planet? But anyway, it's not that it's a very important detail, right? I don't think it's a very important detail. But I just want to make kind of believable what she will say, right? So maybe there is a constellation that they are studying for whatever reason that is passing in those days and she cannot leave. The only problem is that then the next players comes up, you know, and it's the same problem. But okay, I think we have that problem with every quest, right? That everything that we made like time bound. I think we never. I mean, the only page that speaks about the world is this one, actually. So, I think we never said how big is the world. It is the only picture that we have, but I think it's not in scale. So, we don't know how big is the planet. I mean, we know exactly how big is the stalactite because we have the 2.5 kilometers here, and we know that this border should be 10 kilometers, right? And we know how much is this, which I think, if I remember right, was 50 kilometers, but I think it's written down here. Yeah, the first level is a total diameter of 50 kilometers, right? So we have... But anyway, who cares? We don't know how big is the planet, but we can assume that it is like the planet Earth or slightly smaller, right? Maybe a bit smaller. I think it would be too big to be like planet Earth. So... Are there other planets in the system that we visit through the crystal as well? Yes, if you start the character creation, you see the universe a bit. But, you mean in the same solar system? I don't know. I mean, in the... I mean, if you look at this...
And here the story begins. Someone special was born.
But these are stars, right? These are stars. So, yeah, I would say that in the same solar system where we are, there are other planets, yes, but probably they are not inhabited, no. They are not inhabited, how do you say? But then there are these are the stars where the different, right, different races were born, and this one is Kran and Lemur, so this is where we are, right, in the universe. It is where we are. So there are some planets, there are some systems, solar systems, that are very far away, like the Claros one is super far away, while maybe the Stonehammer one is a bit closer. But yeah, it's completely different, and so it's not that the races are coming from the same solar system at all. They are coming from different ones. So, but the story tells that incredibly enough, it says, right, the constellations are the same. So if you create a character, right,
a land of vast oceans and small rocky islands, are an amphibious race.
And
those scaled bear eggs to continue their long-lived line. Incredibly enough, those planets have
something in common.
each spoke of their zodiacs in a shared ancient tongue.
The elder speech spoke of their zodiac in a shared ancient tongue, revealed the meaning, right? So all the zodiacs, and sorry, here I have to not go too far, because this is part of the main plot of the game, that one day it will reveal itself. But all the planets where the races they were chosen by the portals to come to Iliacum are sharing the same zodiac, so that the races are recognizing the zodiacs, right, and the constellations. Maybe they call them slightly different, maybe they have slightly different symbols, but pretty much the stars are the same. And it is very strange, because it means that those planets are seeing the universe and the stars in a very similar way, right? Which in theory is kind of impossible, but it's fine. This is how I want it to be, magically to be. And so they are sharing some fundamental lore at the beginning of their existence that is in common, right? So they are not super far from each other. Did they see the same constellation? Yeah, they may be not too far from each other, or there is something at the beginning that made them the same. Don't ask me too much on that, because it's part of the main plot and I don't want to reveal it. And anyway, it may change, because I can change my mind. But there is a connection, obviously, between all the races. So the fact that all the races actually find themselves through portals in the same planet, right? It means that something happened and they are part of something bigger, right? But anyway, these are the constellations, yes, and these are the ones that you see in the compass, right? In the compass, you see this as north, you see this as west, you see this as east, if I remember right, and you see this as south, right? Well, let's say if you go here, you go to the winch. If you go this direction, you go to the bronze doors, right? But yeah, we are alone here in the stream. We won't tell anyone. I know, but it may change. It may change. So, and also I still need to think about it. But there is a main plot. There is a main plot. I don't know when I will ever be able to bring it to a surface, but there is a main plot. And players one day may return to their planet, right? and players one day may reach the surface of the current planet. They may, but I don't know if we will ever arrive there. Okay, so do constellations. So what can be? So how do you? Let me go back to ChatGPT. So if I'm an astronomer and I want to study the constellations, I need an event, right, to justify that I have to stay in the observatory for a long time. What can an astronomical event be for me to actually dedicate, let's say, a week or even a month to observations?
You could consider a rare astronomical event, like a meteor shower, a planetary alignment, a comet passing by, or even a supernova observation. These events can provide a compelling reason to spend extended time observing the night sky.
I mean, do the constellations stay in the same place when they return after a year? I would say yes, otherwise we would call them all differently, right? Yes.
Yes, constellations appear in roughly the same positions each year. This predictable cycle is why they've been used for navigation and tracking time for centuries. So, studying them consistently can reveal fascinating patterns and changes in the night sky.
Okay, so in a medieval world, I am an astronomer. I don't have a lot of knowledge of new technologies and new discoveries because it's a medieval world, right? And I want to study one particular constellation. What do I want to know about that constellation after a year that I don't see it?
In a medieval setting, you'd be keen to observe how the constellation changes, its position relative to other stars, and any unusual patterns or brightness variations. You'd also want to note its seasonal visibility.
It didn't convince me much. How can you see a constellation? We are in a cave. I explained it before you joined, but basically the cave is a giant crystal in the middle, and it is the world, and it is the cave. And the crystal is connected with the surface and is reflecting the whole universe in it. So it is the universe and is reflected here, right, by light into the crystal. So if you look inside the crystal, you basically see the outside, right? We have an explanation for everything here. Okay, so let's say that she wants to study, which constellation she wants to study? She wants to study one of these constellations, right? And that constellation is going through only in that period of the year, so she has to stay like a whole month there. Now the problem is that we have months, and people may say, oh, it is not the right month, but people will not say that, so I think it's fine. So maybe she wants to study this one, because he's actually pointing north, and for whatever reason that's more interesting. So she can also explain that this symbol is north, right? Unfortunately, I cannot show a symbol during the quest. That would be very nice if an NPC could show you a picture. I need that. But anyway, we can describe it saying that she's showing you a hand symbol, right? That would be nice if an NPC could show you a picture of something or a drawing, right? Okay, so what is the name of that thing? is the sheen, the sign of the steady hand. Okay. Tells those born under its influence that they are strong of will. Okay. The sheen, the sign of the steady hand. Okay. Something special because she can leave, because she can leave the observatory because she's waiting for the Shin constellation to show up in the telescope, right? And here the player can ask a million questions about, right? You can ask a million questions about the telescope, about the constellation. So we may add a bit. I mean, we cannot really create a million things, but we can say ask about constellations, ask about the Shin. So we can have some answers to that, right? Maybe we can make a generic yeah, ask about this event, right? Maybe we can make a generic, what the fuck, a generic knowledge area that everyone in the observatory can actually answer with the constellations. I think that would make a lot of sense. I don't think we have an observatory knowledge area yet, but I think we need it. So ask about the constellation, about the Shin, about the event, and basically she cannot leave, right? She cannot leave. So she's saying, oh, there is this event. Why you want to study? So is this hand, right? Is this hand and provides, I don't know. I will think about it later. But anyway, we may decide why she's interested into that. So now, what she may need from Idla: a book from J.O.'s, a study from somewhere else, from someone else. She may want, yeah, the problem is that if wait a second, because the problem is that if, right, if we say that the player needs to go to the observatory, speak with this lady, she's telling you, oh, it's something in Idla, like J.O.'s, you have to go back, and then you have to bring it back to her, right? And then go back again. I mean, that's like nonsense. I don't want the player to do this. I don't want the player to do this. So I think that the deal could be that you just go back and you order a book, right, from J.O.'s for her, and that's it. So she gives you the glass. Well, she give you the glass, I mean, for free like that. I mean, you should convince her, right, that you, because otherwise the player has to go back and forth 4 times, and it seems to be impossible. I took a note so I can later complain about the months. Yes, when the time in the game will tell you, oh, that is the second month, you will say, oh, why the quest is telling me that? A magic mushroom from Jardet? Why? For what? For what reason? She just want to get high? Who is this girl, by the way? Ritva, eh? Ritva? I cannot go back from the character creation. I know it's a bit weird, but there are technical reasons why it's a bit annoying to unwind that. I don't even know if this Ritva is... I think it's a stone hammer, actually. I think this Ritva is a stone hammer. But I may be wrong. I don't remember. Ah, yes, she's the one here. Yeah, stone hammer here. Yeah, she's the... And by the way, she also has the constellation thingy. in front of her. I mean, I don't know if you realize, but these are constellations in the universe. These are stars, right? There is like a globe of the stars. May not be very evident, but she's yes, this girl. Amritva of Varrolle Makarre. Oh, she's coming from Aralot. Holy shit! She's coming from a city that doesn't exist yet. The Stonehammer city that we will have one day. She's coming from there. You don't tell me more, only that. Other than the telescope, I design other optical equipment and consult with other engineers. Okay. Okay, well, anyway, she's the one that will give us the glass. So, what this girl needs? He needs to bring a broken something to Idla to fix it. He needs to bring a piece of equipment back to Arnquist to fix it. Because it's a mechanical thing, or she needs to order some stuff from Arnquist, or from Joyos, or from who? I'm basically level 1 and I've been to the observatory. Really? Oh wow. Publish her results in the library. So she's giving in your hands the results of her studies plus a free glass without even knowing you. There seems to be a lot of trust. A lot of trust. So or we have fallen give something to her. We can also do the opposite, right? We can say that maybe you get something in Idla that she needs because Fallen knows, and you could give her a fish. I don't think a fish is enough. Even if it's a big fish, I don't think it's enough. We could also have the opposite, right? So that Fallen is telling you, because I think that Fallen is telling you this, right? Fallen is telling you, yeah, this can be obtained from Ritva, because you will never find it otherwise, right? She makes lens and glasses, you be better, okay. And Fallen can say, Fallen is a miner, right? Fallen is a miner. Fallen is a miner. They are in love. They are in love. Oh fuck! I thought Fallen was a dwarf. No, they cannot be in love. I don't know why I thought that Fallen was a dwarf. Who's he? That's the player. Fallen. Fallen should give her something or no? Fallen. No, I like the idea that she cannot leave, right? So it's the other way. But if it's the other way, then we need the opposite, right? She can give you the glass. She can give you the glass if you do you want to have a book that she doesn't find and you just retrieve it from all the libraries in the observatory? Can we keep it in the observatory? Okay, I have an idea. We just keep it in the observatory. I think the observatory has a lot of libraries, right? What is the name of the lady at the front? I will never remember that. Because these are new NPCs, so I absolutely have no idea. Ilku? Ilku. So the library, so I mean I think we can keep it. I think we can keep it here. I think we can keep it here. Who placed all these pies here? Who placed all these pies here in this thing? There is a scientific place. Someone placed a million pies on this thing. Okay. But anyway, here there are a bunch of books, right? And we can add action locations, meaning places that you can actually observe. And I think there are already some, like this one, right? This one is already here, a bookshelf, right? So we can have a bit of a puzzle. Do we want to have a bit of a puzzle? So that you have to find the right bookshelf, you have to find the right book, and you have to give her the right information. But you may say, maybe she knows already, right? Maybe she knows already. But yeah, there are places here where you have books. Well, there are bookshelves that are ready, like this, that are ready to have some books in it. There are many of them, so you can be a bit lost. There is this area, there is the upper area, there are these lower thingies. You basically have to click on all of them to find it, right? Which may not be bad as a small quest, right? There are all these ones, and then there are all these ones, right? So you may go here and search forever. None of those. You see how many there are? And some of them actually contain stuff, others not. Look at how many. There is all this, all that, all this, all that. So you can search here for quite a bit. I know in a game quest you use beer. It's one of the more bad in game. On a serious note, because I've just seen it, could the grass showing through house floors be stopped somehow? Yes, it's just a matter of me removing it from the inside, yes. There is a type of ground that is named no procedural, like here for example, right? So I painted here no procedural, so that the grass is not showing up. So if you find a house where it's there, it means that I didn't paint the no procedural. So we can have a puzzle here inside, or we can just, because I don't know, I think it's a bit weird that she give you the glass, she give you everything without you doing nothing, right? I think it's kind of weird. The problem is that we need a puzzle, right? We need a kind of a puzzle. Do we want to have a puzzle with a constellation so that you have to learn about the constellations a bit? But she knows better than you, so she will solve the puzzle easy, right? So or it's something that she lost in the library, or I like the idea of the publications, right? The fact that she has to publish something and send a book to Jayos, but I also probably like more the fact that she wants to order something from Jayos. And I mean, it can just be paper, right? It can just be paper. Can just be a shipment of paper and empty books, like blank books that that she needs, and she didn't receive from Jayos for whatever reason. I found a lot indeed. Okay. Can be attached to the building somehow? No, it's impossible. No, it's not possible to my knowledge. I think it can just be a shipment of empty books, because I think what she needs books. She needs empty books to write all his. Yeah, I think it's okay. I think we can have a shipment of paper or empty books. The Jayo, because Jayos has books, but Jayos also has empty books, right? So it's the place where people go to buy a book. And by the way, look at this beautiful telescope. Huh? Look at this beautiful telescope. Isn't it crazy? Look, and one day you will be able to look through it as well. I don't know when, but one day you will be able to right click here on one of these lenses. You will be able to click here and use it. Holy shit! If you use it, it's rotating. I completely forgot about it. Very nice. Did you do that? It's rotating the freaking wall structure. Yeah, but one day you will also be able to look through it and see the constellations. Look at this beauty. The whole building is moving because through this vertical beam, right? The top of the observatory is rotating to allow the telescope to look at the sky in that slice, right? Isn't that absolutely fantastic? It is, huh? It is. Okay, so I think we are taking too much time on this, guys. We have to shorten, we have to move on. Otherwise, it will take me like 1 month to do one quest, right? Okay, so so she needs paper. She needs empty books. So she needs you to bring an order for empty books or blank. How do you say blank books? Blank books. She needs to bring an order for blank books. Whatever, 10 blank books. 10 blank books to Jayos, right? To Jayos. So you will just go to Jayos and you will file the order, right? So you don't have to come back and say, yes, I brought the books, right? So it will be just a. So you will go from Idla to the observatory and back, and that's it. Nothing else, right? Nothing else. Otherwise, it becomes too complex and too long, and people will lose themselves, right? So she needs you to bring an order, 10 books. Now, does she give you the glass for free? Yeah. Unfortunately, I think yes. Because otherwise it becomes too long. So you just go there, you ask her, and she tells you that she needs the books. Do you need to convince her in any possible way or no? I mean, you may be able to you may need to convince her that you are not scamming her, right? So you may. There may be like 1 or 2 tricky questions where you answer something. But I think it is good. I think it's okay. Let's leave it like this. Otherwise, it's taking too much time. It's taking too much time. So it is fine. So now we are back at this. Why Fallen should give you the material? You can volunteer for grass painter, but that's unfortunately is not something that is easy for me to give you, because if I have to give you that, I have to give you the whole game, and I cannot do it. I'm sorry. Why Fallen should give you the material? Well, why Fallen should give you the material? Fallen is this guy. It's a Diaboli. Fallen is a Diaboli. What do we know about him? What do we know about this guy? Well, we know that he's a middle-aged man. The muscle of his arm pretty evident. There's a peaceful smile, large green gem. He's attached to a pendant of his neck. He's a retired miner. Thanks to my other work, you can now enjoy beautiful jewelry. Ah, okay, he's doing jewelry stuff. Now that I am retired, I spend my days making jade carvings. Ah, yes. I'm doing well, even if money is scarce lately. Is to trade gems. Yep. So he's trading gems, huh? And in that remembrance quest is speaking about gems, huh? Is a large piece of jade he had in his youth. Yeah. So he's searching a piece of the jade. Yeah. He's searching that. So I mean, we can have another jade thingy, but I mean, jade. He needs to polish. But if he's a jeweler, I think he's doing it himself, right? I think he's doing the work, right? He's doing the work of giving you that gem and that material, because he has to refine it, right? I think he has to refine it. So is eager to provide it to you but he needs to refine this material, right? So he needs to file it, I'd say. File, do you say file? I mean, he needs to not sharp, but you need to shape it, right? You should shape it and polish it, and you need to do some work on it, right? Right. So a normal compass is like creating, a small arrow or whatever, but so he needs to shape it and polish it, and so he needs to do some work. So he wants something from you. He needs fresh cormy wool to polish. So you are saying that now we are sending the player to Delver again, or what? We are sending the player up to here, or what? Who is selling the wool? I mean, we can have the player spend some money, huh? I mean, he can also ask money. He can also say, okay, I need you to bring me, 1,000 tria, and I will do it for you. Jashoki? Jashoki is selling it. Not the Grotemai family. Grotemai family is closer though. Jashoki is the other side of the universe. No. So far. Oja Road 1. Well, it's not far. It's not far. You think arriving here is reasonable? You think arriving up to here is reasonable? But it's not a very easy place to find. Oh my god, these mountains, I hate them. We change them one day. Are we next to the entrance or to the exit? I think we are next to the exit. So you have to do the wall level to actually... No. You have to do the wall level to actually arrive here. I mean like 1.5 kilometers. Yes, you have to do 1.5 kilometers. Because it is the end of Oja Road 1. So it's 1.2, roughly 1.2 kilometers from the exit from Idla. I mean, it's kind of on the road, right? It's kind of on the road, but it's not very close. So in our map is like here. And our map is like here. So you have to go here, buy the wool, go back. She doesn't sell anything. Okay, she can give it to you anyway. Oh fuck. She doesn't sell. But do you hear that? There was a Cormi speaking. I think we should give her a better range. Animal parts, Cormi wool. Oh, is she selling it? Really? What the hell? I didn't know. Okay. Do we use the Cormi wool in crafting or what? Do we? Didn't know that. Animal parts. Oh yes. We use it in jewelry making actually. Polish. Exactly, polish. This is why you said that, right? Because it's used to polish the... That's very nice. That's very nice. Okay, I think we can do that. I mean, with enough directions, I think it may be possible to find it, right? I think she needs a bigger place. And I think she also needs a bit of a range. And she needs more than one Cormi for sure. Is this a real NPC or is it a fake NPC? No, it's the real NPC. This thing exists. Not like the cows, not like the Cormi in Delver that are fake. This one can actually, you can actually speak to it. I mean, it will not answer, but You can try. It doesn't... I mean, it's kind of smiling, but it's not answering. This is a real NPC. Yeah, why is flying, by the way? I mean, I'm flying because I'm flying, but why this thing is flying so much? The collision box is wrong. Okay, anyway. Let me put it in a list. Wait. Let me put it in a list of things to do, which is here. Let me call it shitty box. Yeah, for whatever reason is not at the bottom, right? So the ground is not the ground for him. But anyway, yeah, I think we can. Now, is this place visible? But it's not very advertised though. It's not very advertised. I mean, what I mean is that if you are on this road, right? Is there anything telling you that there is a farm here? This doesn't look like we have to transform this into a farm, into a real farm, right? With fences and food for the, well, food for the corn, actually just the grass. But anyway, I don't know. With some stables or something. We need a stable or more tents and boxes, right? I mean, we need to populate this a bit. It's very little. I mean, we can put down some tents right now, right? I mean, if we want to do something, we can do something. We have some items, like, so we have like tents and boxes and barrels and other stuff. Why this thing is rotated so weird? Why this thing is rotated? So stupid. Better. There are carrots there. Are these carrots the old way or the new way? I think they are the old way. I think these carrots are actually spawning or what? No, I think these carrots are just yeah, they are just for display. They are just for display. They are not really into the ground, I would say. But fine. I mean, they're flying a bit, but okay. Thought this is just a roadside farmer market, not an actual farm. And where is the actual farm? Because there are no farms around here. So you saying that she has a house somewhere else and she has, no, but I don't think so. I think she lives here. I think we need a house here. We need a house, a real house. I cannot spawn a house, unfortunately. I cannot spawn a whole house. I have to put it on the map, which means there is a like a client update, right? But We have where the hell is the tent? Doesn't search it this way because it's not open. Is the tent under items or no? The tent. Anyone knows where the tent is? Tent is an item. Yeah, but it's not under items. It's under structures. Ah, we have structures. We have structures. We don't have a lot of structures, but we have this one. We need more than this. We need more items like this. We need way more items. Way more items. Way more items. We basically have nothing here. Basically have nothing. I mean, I could go with a tent like this, right? But it's not really a house or anything. I don't have any fences, for example. Well, we have the structural parts. Structural parts. We have the barricades, but I think that the barricades are where are the barricades, for example? The barricades can be under If it's not under structures, I don't know. Tools, maybe they're under tools. Mine, nah. I have no idea. Because barricades, where we have the barricades, maybe we also have some others. But it should be under structures, though. Why they are in the wrong place? I should move them. I should move them to barricade. Barricade. Barricade is category what? Category 51. And category 51 is what? Structures. Okay, then I didn't see them. Ah, fuck, they were here in my face. We have this one, which by the way are very nice. I really like these items. I think they are very, very cool. I'm just not using them enough, but these are very nice. We will use them in the future, but yeah. They don't make any sense there anyway. No, I think I need to build it with new items. I think we need to create with wood. With wood, we need to create some structures, right? Okay, anyway. I cannot do it now. But yeah, I think we can... hello. I think we can have that. It's not too far. It just needs to be explained well, and I think it should be... There should be something, maybe a sign or maybe just a sign, right? That is telling you that here on the left there is the farm. And we can make it a farm. It's big enough, right? I don't know why these clackers are here. I will move the clacker to another place. I think that this part can become just with a fence. I can put a fence around, and it can become a real farm with a small house and other things like that. Okay, but I think it's reasonable. She's from Homestead and sent by her pioneer to sell crops each morning. In Oja Road 1? I don't think so. I mean, if she's saying that, we have to change it a bit. Because it's very far. Homestead. Yeah, she's speaking about Homestead, yeah. Just over the hills over there. Oh my god. Just over the hills over there. No, 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 no. That is the old map. This NPC is very old. And she doesn't know that the world changed. I mean, Homestead is... I mean, she's here, right? She's here. And Homestead is here. Right? So it's the other side of the universe. So she cannot come from Edson every day. Impossible. I mean, from Homestead every day. She can come from Edson. Edson, I think we didn't place it yet. This is a problem. Okay, anyway. Where is Edson? Yeah, exactly. I pass every day on my way home, but I don't like it much. Yeah, we need to change these dialogues. We will change them. It's not important to change it now, but yeah, Homestead is on the other side of the world, really. I think it makes sense that we have another village, right, south of this location. But it can be Edson, actually. Or it can be, I mean, Delver is slightly, you know, closer. Delver would be more reasonable, even if there are a lot of mountains here, so she cannot really go straight, I think. But okay, let's say that we use this NPC. I think it makes sense to me. So you have to buy the wool. Okay, you will buy it. You will buy it and you will actually give it to him. So how much does it cost? By the way, the costs in our game are kind of fucked up, but we will try to fix it one day. Price 150. I mean, we can even require just one, no? Or maybe it can be just a quest item, but you know, quest items are kind of annoying. I think you can buy this, and if someone is giving it to you, so you skip the trip to her, and that's it. I think it's okay. So you also learn to buy stuff from people. A fine piece of cormy wool for the final cleaning of the jewelry. Very nice. Very nice. As you may understand, I don't know everything about the game because I didn't make all the game, right? So there are certain pieces, like for example this one, the jewelry making, that I did not make, and I didn't ever looked at it too much in detail, right? So okay, I think we can say that. We can say that. So how many you should buy? So he asks you to go. So he asks some cormy wool to polish his jewels. To polish his jewels, right? And I think it's a good idea. Thank you for that. I think it's very nice. Like it. It's not too far. I think it's reasonable. So Jakoshi shop. No, je rolled 1, right? So it will give you the directions, I guess. It will give you some directions, right? It will give, but by the way, I think that these 3 pieces can happen in parallel, right? So you will be able to do this, this, and this at any time separately. It's starting to become kind of a big quest, though. I was thinking to something simpler, but you need only 1 for crafting, and it's not used up. He's not used up. That is why our economy is completely broken, and we have millionaires. It should be used up. Okay, anyway. He asks, Sankomi will to polish these jewels. Yes. And it gives you direction. It gives you directions to get it. You can also anticipate a bit of the cost, right? So that you know, right? You don't go up to the lady and then you don't have the money. Tells you the cost. So it'll say, be sure to have about 150 coins, right? When you go there, otherwise you will not be able to buy it, right? So you don't go up to there and then you find that, oh shit, I don't have the money. Well, you can maybe sell something, but okay, so she will give you that. You come back, so in reality then you have to go and come back, right? So if we stay yellow, you have to do, you have to do this and this at the moment, right? You do this and this, and then you do this and this. I think it's reasonable, it's not too bad. And then the third one, you solve it all in the main city. Okay, the third one you solve it in the main city. I should save this. If it crashes now, I will cry. Holy shit. I press on save, it's doing nothing. Is it really crashing? No, I didn't. Where do we save this thing? I don't know. We save it under... This thing is super slow. Whenever you select something, it's like super slow. I don't know if because I changed this to metal. Okay, let me just save it in a random place so that we don't lose it. Because it seems that this is super slow. Let me save it temporarily under PS and then we'll move it. Okay, so as soon as this works, I don't remember this being so slow. I think because maybe this was, I don't know. Okay, so we have it saved under PS, I think it's fine. Okay, so you go there, you get the wool, you get back. When you return, right, he has it ready already, right? So when you return, he has it ready. He has the gem. Now we didn't say who is putting the pieces together. Who is putting the 3 pieces together? Is it him? So does he have the skill to actually put these pieces together? Because I think it's a kind of a manufacturing wonder, right? It's a kind of a manufacturing wonder. I don't know who can put this together. I mean, Arnquist could, but I don't know. There are these golden foils and... maybe he can do it. Maybe he can do it. I mean, at the end, it's kind of a jewel, right? I mean, the compass is a kind of a jewel. So I think he has the tools, you know, to like build it, and I think it can be him. I think it can be him. Otherwise, the quest becomes too long, really. When you return, he has the stone, whatever, not the gem, the stone. Right? He has the stone. So when you have all these three pieces, right? When you have all these three pieces, you return to him, right? So you return to him. You return to him with the three pieces. And he makes a compass for you. He makes a compass for you. Okay? Okay? Nice. So now we are left with this piece. We are left with this crazy idea of the event for Iraqdun. I want to have the event for Iraqdun because I think that I want to explain also the fact that he's the Oktark, and there may be some interest, you know, from the player to understand better who is this guy and his residence. And oh wow. Maybe Andren if he's a jewel. Maybe. Maybe. Let me see. Let me see what this guy is saying. Gem Cutter Guild. Yeah, but I want to involve 1 million people. I want to involve 1 million people. Also, this guy is already involved in another 1 million quests. So, okay. So now what? Now, how do we organize this, right? So I think that this guy will say, "Oh, you can obtain the gold foils, right, in Idla somewhere. I'm pretty sure." So he will insist, right? He will insist that you should be able to find it in Idla because it's a big city, because there is a lot of gold. He may also say, you know, he may also say that, yeah, but he may say that. He may say like blacksmiths are using gold. I mean, he can say that. Are using gold, the treasury of the city, or not? Yeah, I think he can say that. The treasury of the city has a lot of gold, right? Has a lot of gold. He can say ornamental what? Ornamental armor. Armor can use gold. Ornamental items, let's say. Ornamental items or luxury items. Or luxury items can use gold, right? So it may give you some, because you may ask, okay, how do I find this gold, right? And he may give you some pointers. I don't know if blacksmiths are really using gold. Are blacksmiths using gold? I don't think that. The coins, yes, are made of crystal. Yes, they are made of, yeah. Except the circle. I don't remember if the circle is metal. The circle. The coins. So the tria is made of crystal mineral. And the other coins are also made of crystal mineral. The light blue hexa, the red octa, the golden circle as well. Huh? I don't know, the golden circle, I think it was gold. But I may be wrong. Because it's golden, you know? So I don't know if you have a crystal that is actually golden. But it's fine. But anyway, the treasury has gold in terms of ingots, right? So that's where the treasury is. So the treasury doesn't have coins made of gold, but it has ingots made of gold, right? So there's... So... I don't know if blacksmith are using gold, but I think we can say... Weapons, ornamental weapons. I think you can say ornamental ornamental, which may point you to the smith, right? Ornamental weapons. I cannot type with my freaking left hand. Ornamental weapons and armor, right, are using gold. The treasury city a lot of gold. Ornamental items, luxury item can use gold, etc. Right? So it's just like pointing you to some things, right? Yeah. And so you will go around the city and start to ask to people, right? You will go around the city and start to ask to people. So why Arnquist should say no? Well, because you may say, "Oh, I'm just buying gold from you," and he can say no because he uses gold. He uses gold only for what? Is Arnquist using gold for anything? I don't know. Let's say probably for special shields. No? Is there any shield making? Using? But anyway, we can assume that there is, right? We can assume that there is some shield making using gold. Ne. Golden shield, exactly. Golden shield using a lot of gold. Using a gold band, we use 3 ingots of gold. Fantastic. So, yeah, so you can say we use gold only for shields, but is expensive, and surely not in foils, right? Not in foils. I don't have the equipment to create foils. I don't have the equipment for foils as such, right? So, but should he give you a hint of someone that may have, right? Should he give you a hint and say, yes, he may give you a hint. He may give you a hint and he can say, I sold recently some gold to who? Because you may have sold the gold to the performers to create the weird costume, right? But who can actually Who can actually create foils from gold? I think it's not very easy. You need a pretty big machine. You need like a milling machine, like a what? Like a cutter machine, right? I don't even know. Or maybe you sparkle it and then you. How do you create foils of gold? I don't know. How do you create foils of gold? My friend ChatGPT. If you are in a medieval world, how do you create foils of gold? Meaning sheets that are thin and made of gold.
Ah, in a medieval setting, gold foils would be created using a labor-intensive process. Craftsmen, often goldsmiths, would heat the gold to make it malleable, then hammer it into thin sheets.
So Arnquist is perfect for that. Arnquist is absolutely perfect. So you melt it and you put it like in a tray. So Arnquist actually would be the perfect guy. Okay, he's out of gold. He's out of gold. He's out of gold. He just used a lot of gold recently. I used all the gold. I used all the gold. I used all the gold for shields recently, so I'm out of gold. But and I have I mean, do we want to say that he created the foils or not? ChatGPT talk now? Yeah, it's talking since very long time. But now it's talking way better. Since the release 4.0, the responsiveness is way better, and he can even understand my English. Imagine that. So yeah. And I can also speak in Italian, right? Je voudrais parler français maintenant.
D'accord. De quoi aimeriez-vous parler en français?
Parle-moi de toi. Vous pouvez parler de toi?
Bien sûr. Je suis une intelligence artificielle conçue pour aider, discuter et répondre à vos questions. Je peux parler de presque tout. Histoire, science, écriture ou même vos idées créatives. Je n'ai pas d'émotions ni de souvenirs comme un humain, mais je m'efforce d'être utile et engageant. Et toi, tu écris une histoire, non? Parle-moi un peu de ce que tu imagines.
Vous connaissez Hula?
Je ne suis pas sûr de comprendre ce que tu veux dire. Pourrais-tu clarifier ou reformuler ta question?
Une personne named. How do you say named in French? Okay, anyway. That was French. I tried in French, but yeah, you can speak in any language. Vous connaissez, yeah. But unfortunately, Hula, I'm not speaking French in so long time that English just comes out of my mind immediately. When I think to something in French, it comes out in English. So, but yeah, you can speak any language, right? Vous connaissez une personne avec le nom Hula?
Non, je ne connais pas de personne réelle avec le nom Oula, mais c'est un nom original et intrigant. Est-ce un personnage pour ton histoire ou quelqu'un que tu as rencontré?
Ok. If I tell you that I have a viewer that is named Dotted Fish, what you would say?
Oh, Dotted Fish est un nom super sympa et créatif. Ça évoque quelque chose de visuel et unique, peut-être une ambiance aquatique.
Stop.
Est-ce
In
un
English,
spectateur pour un
please.
stream ou un projet que tu partages?
Please speak in English now.
Got it. What's on your mind?
Can you say the same thing about Dotted Fish, but in English?
Sure. Dotted Fish is such a cool and creative name. It gives off a unique and visual vibe, maybe something aquatic or artistic. Is this a viewer for a stream or a project you're working on?
Yes, it's for Plane Shift. The video game.
That's awesome. How does Dotted Fish fit into Planeshift? Is it a character, a creature, or part of a storyline?
I think it's a creature.
That sounds great. A creature named Dotted Fish could have a unique look, perhaps with vibrant patterns on its scales or an ability related to water or camouflage. How do you envision it in the world of Planeshift?
Okay. Yeah, so the response of the new ChatGPT 4.0 is very good. I mean, the timing that it takes to answer you is very short, and the conversational skills, I think, are very, very good. Very, very good. Okay, so I've used all the gold for shields recently, and so I cannot give you any, right? So I cannot give you any. I mean, he can directly point to the fact that but I sold some recently, right? Do you want just to give a name of the person he sold it to, and so it's just a straight lead into the person, because basically he will I mean, I can remove these two guys, and basically Arnquist will just send you to the right person, and that's it. And then we do some mess here with this person, or not. I can't give you any, but I sold some recently to... no, but I delivered some to Trankin. I don't remember if Trankin is the one on the right or the one on the left, but I would like the one on the right. Wait a second. I fear the worst. Nah, he's usually very kind. I mean, he's usually not saying anything bad. I mean, it's very hard to have him say something bad. I think it's nearly impossible. There is Tabane. Tabane. Let's use Tabane. To Tabane, the guards of the guard, one of the guards of the Octarch residence. Okay, I think I can just point you there, otherwise it's too long. Right? But I delivered some to Tabane, one of the guards of the Octar residence. Was a strange request. It was in foils. Imagine that. In foils. Imagine how rich people are wasting their money. Imagine that. Imagine how rich people are wasting their money, huh? Okay. Okay, so Arnquist will basically point you to Tabane, right? So I think I will remove these two guys. Well, these two guys can still be there in case maybe the player, but Arnquist is so easy, right? So I think it will go directly. As soon as you say ornamental weapons and armor, I think the people will go instantly to Arnquist. Also because he's the main character that they know at the beginning. So I don't think they will go to these two guys. Also because these two guys are like in weird places. And Willam. I think they are in some... One is in Jayos, I think close to Jayos. The other is... where are we here? Yeah, they're like in weird houses so I don't think the people will really reach them, right? I don't think the people will really reach them. And I think we can remove. I think we can simplify the quest. And I had this idea, you know, about treasury, but let's remove them. Let's remove them. Let's remove them. I think it's okay. So at that point, you arrive to Tabane, right? You arrive to Tabane. In Tabane, what does Tabane tell you? Talking to an AI with a Portal soundtrack in the background. I suggest you to install it on your mobile. There is also ChatGPT mobile, and it's very good. The only problem is that you are finishing. I mean, if you don't pay, you finish the time kind of quickly. So he's counting the minutes. Like now, he's counting like 1 minute and 28, whatever. And every time it's counting the thing, and if you reach a certain amount of minutes, you finish the credits, right? Which is understandable because it's so much faster, right? But if you pay, I think you have more credits, like $20 a month, something like that. Sounds problem in my mic. Okay. Let me try to fix it. Why sometimes it does that. I have no idea why sometimes it does that. Hello, video moment. Is it better now? I don't know why sometimes it goes crazy. Okay, so what the guard should say? The guard should say... The guard, I think they should say this, right? But... What do they... I mean, what is the puzzle here? What is the catch? On so they can tell you, so you arrive there and you say, oh, I spoke with Arnquist and he told me that you did an order, right? But the guard can say, yeah, but you know, just go away. I mean, what do you want, right? Why you are asking, right? Why you are asking us this kind of things, right? So the guard will never tell you something about a secret, well, a surprise show, whatever, of the Octarch. So they will never tell you anything unless you corrupt them somehow, or unless you know, they will never tell you something. They are guards of the Octarch, so they are the most loyal guards in the universe. So let's fix that. So why they should give you this piece of information? Why they should give you this piece of information? Well, maybe they can give you the names of the performers, right? If you play along, right? If you play along, maybe you can fake that you are a performer as well, or you are part of the show. But then how do you learn about the show? How do you learn about the show? Because if you learn about a show somehow, and then you go to them and you say, I'm a performer as well, right? I want to coordinate, I want to work with the other performers. They may give you names, no? So we need a bit of a puzzle or something. Oh, wow. It's midnight 08. Crap. I think I can think. No, I have to go. I don't want to be too late tonight. But I think we made good progress, right? We wrote some stuff. I mean, I think we have the foundation of the quest in place. Now we will have to write all the dialogues, but again, ChatGPT can help us in the dialogues. I think I can give him, the character description, and then he can generate some, right, with this information. I think we need to think a bit about. We need to think about what happens, right? How do you obtain these foils? Why they should give it to you, right? They should give it to you because again, you convinced that the thing is not good. But why or you just steal them, or you? I think I would like to provide multiple endings. I mean, multiple choices that gives you, different faction scores, right? Yeah, I think, or not. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I will think about it. Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna go. As you can see, making a quest takes a lot of time. I think making a good quest probably takes about 6-8 hours at least, right? 6-8 hours. Yeah, I think it's like a full day of work. And you need to think about it. So maybe the idea. So it's quite some work, but I think it's okay. It's fun. I think we can do this. At least for this quest, we can do it. But if you want, to think about it, and you want to give me ideas between now and tomorrow, please do. If you want to write any of the dialogues, you can as well, right? If you want me to send you this file, I can send it to you. Or you can take a screenshot right now, which is the easiest. And I can make it a bit smaller. No, I cannot. What is this doing? Fold 111. I think it's control. Yeah, exactly. Right. If you want to take a screenshot of this and then come up tomorrow with some dialogues, that would be very nice. That would be very nice. If not, I will write them myself. Okay, guys, so thank you for watching. See you tomorrow evening. I will be here. And I don't know if we will continue this. Maybe we'll do something else, because I think that, yeah, quest every day on stream, you may die from it, right? So, but we will see. Okay, so I say bye-bye, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye.